All right, so we're back. And why are we back? I just filmed a video last night. It's like an hour long, and by the time you see this one, you'll have seen that one. And we covered some stuff we're doing to the truck, all that kind of stuff. Talked about JFK, talked about Dauntless V6s, all that kind of good stuff, all that rambling that y'all are here to see. All right, but anyway, what are we doing tonight? Because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, we are going to attempt. We're going to attempt it. Key word here, attempt, to put the rear main seal that your buddy here, Regular Traveler, has received. Okay, so we're going to see about sliding up underneath this Willys and see if we can't fit this sucker in there. Okay, now this rear main seal actually works on the 226 Super Hurricane, and it also apparently works on the Tornado. So it comes with a couple pieces that we're not going to use that I believe are actually for the Tornado. So yeah, but we're going to, first we've got to slide up underneath here. It's going to be great. It's going to be grand. We're going to slide up underneath here, get some particulate in our eyes. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to go, well, why don't you just wear some safety glasses, Regular Traveler? Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, I'm simple-minded. Number two, I don't like having that crap on my face. I realize it's nice to keep stuff out of your eyes, but what happens to me is I'm under there, I have it on my eye, and then it falls, goes under the lens, and then it's still in my eye, and now it's like fogging up because I got these rosy cheeks like Santa, and it's just, you know, at least when it falls directly into my eye, I can turn my head and it falls out sometimes, you know. So we're going to roll up underneath here. We're going to take a generous amount of brake cleaner right here. We're going to take a generous amount of that and clean everything down there. And we're going to attempt to get it ready and prepped for the Earl pan to put on there. Now, this is, Brian Poole, you said that this was the most substantial sump you'd ever seen on an oil pan. And I'm not going to lie, I have to agree with you. It's pretty grande, you know. You got to have a lot of Earl for that power, you know. You can't have it starving for oil. By the way, you might notice that there's an incessant dog barking in the background. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not my dog, so it adds ambiance to the video. So I hope you enjoy hearing that hell beast over there bark. It's nice. Let's see. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to do this. Well, first we'll roll underneath it, see if we can't remove the old rope seal. Okay, this is what the rope seal looked like that was in the seal retainer. Okay, rope. Okay. It's a good thing we're changing it. It's compromised. Okay, you're not supposed to be able to do all this with it. So this will be good. It's not fun, but it'll be good. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, you're not wearing overalls, Regular Traveler. What, did somebody die? No. It's just I do have pants. I just generally don't like wearing them. I like overalls. But sometimes I switch it up, you know. I don't always want to look like a farmer that lives in a dumpster, you know. I don't have to always look like that. Sometimes I can be presentable, quite dapper, in fact, at times. So I decided to put on some trousers, as our British friends would say. Put on some trousers and look somewhat less homeless, you know, like I'm getting some help. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's take this serape off, and we'll roll up underneath the truck and see what happens. How about that? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Here's my magnet mount. So this mount is the one that I use to film the videos where I'm driving, the stuff on the hood and on top and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good mount, but it's just you're limited by the size of it and where you can put it. So I'm going to attempt, because I'll be working directly above me, so I'm going to attempt to put it somewhere where you might could see something, because, there you go, let's break it, because some of you said that you wanted to see the rear main seal change. So we're going to attempt to do that to the best of my ability. But, you know, if you look at the packaging on this, you have a neat little diagram, and it says install with seal lip facing forward. Okay, So you want to put it as shown, facing forward. And it even has engine side. So you want that facing towards the engine, that lip, okay? You want to do that. And you want to make sure that they match. You don't want to put one facing forward, one facing back. You don't want to do that. That's not what you do. Unless you want it to leak like a sieve, all right? Like it's got a gushing leg wound or something. You don't want that. So I need to find, it's over here. I need to find a couple more razor blades. I need to get a punch or two. A Alabama speed wrench, also known as a hammer. Okay. Some of these bolts under here have had what some people I know refer to as Alabama Loctite put on them, which means they take a bolt like this, and instead of putting it in right, they cross-thread it, and the mofo ain't never coming out, and they call that Alabama Loctite. So, yeah, some of them are like that. Some of them look like they're wood screws off of like a 1859 Springfield rifle, and they're in there holding things to the bottom of the engine. So that's cool. That's what we're looking for. Apparently, there's been some light duty maintenance done to this before, if that's what you want to call it. So let's see. I'm gonna get some razor blades, all right? If you've ever seen Saw, razor blades. We'll get some of these. These are the best kind for this. I do have a scraper, and they take this kind, but sometimes the scraper's hard to get into spots, so you got to do it by hand and hold the blade. Don't cut yourself, all right? But be careful and scrape that old gasket. Lots of times these old gaskets are held on. This actually didn't have a cork gasket on it. It had like it almost kind of looked like a Felpro gasket, but I think it's been on there since, like 71, so it's probably not a Felpro. But back in the day, they used this like shellac stuff that hardens really bad, and it's hard to get off. It's a good product. Guys still use it. We used to know a guy that he worked on antique stuff, and he always used it and swore by it. But it works, but it's not good if you're trying to fix it after the fact. Here's our Alabama speed wrench. Get that. All right, what else? I said we need a punch of some kind. I have a punch in here. Have a punch. I have to look in my brother's toolbox and see. I'm going to grab us some pliers, I'll grab these. I like the Knipex, so we'll get the Knipex pliers. I don't want to crawl back out underneath it, so I'm trying to get everything I need before I crawl up underneath it and then realize I have to crawl back out. Here's a very small speed wrench. Okay, this is a Cornwell. Y'all know, if you've watched me, you know I got a love for Cornwell. This is a tiny Cornwell speed wrench, so might need that too. Let's see. I know I have some. Oh, here they are. I was gonna say, I know I got some punches in here. Yeah, here we go. Here's our punches. Oh shit! Shit's falling everywhere, people. All right. Once again, I planned ahead, get everything ready, so all I had to do was film. That's all I had to do. I try to think ahead for y'all. So, I don't think we'll need a chisel, but I don't want to lose it, so we're putting it back in there. All right. So we got our punches, got our speed wrenches, got our pliers, got our razor blades. That should be theoretically everything we need for this moment. Oh, also, here's a little fun tip for you. So the work that I do, we refinish wood, metal, stone for restaurants, mainly cheesecake factories and various other restaurants. But the spray guns we use to spray lacquer or toner or whatever is they use these aluminum pots underneath the gun. And these are really handy for soaking parts out. So my boss periodically changes them because they get dented and they'll start leaking or whatever. So I grabbed a couple of these. They're going to end up in the dumpster. And we're going to use them for soaking parts. And they're nice. They're good size. You don't have to worry about them leaking unless they're really dented. But they're like double walled. So, but they leak up here at the top. They don't leak out the bottom. They leak out the top where it seals the gun. So just keep in mind, you know, if you ever need one of these, you get you one of these. If you know any handsome red-bearded men that work in cheesecake factories at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. It ain't going to do itself now, is it? I don't think so. It'd be a lot cooler if it did. I don't think it's going to, though. All right, let's lay our tools out here where we can struggle to find them. It's cold in here again, and if you're in Georgia, I think next week it's going to be like 11 degrees or 10. I know some of y'all are like, man, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Well, listen, when you're in the deep south, you know, we're not made for this, all right? So it gets cold. It's very damp cold, and, you know, because it rains like the Amazon here, so it's like, you know, it's going to be cold. But it won't matter because I'll probably be somewhere else anyway. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's take all our crap out, like I said, because it's all just going to fall out anyway. So we'll take our stuff out. I'm showing you the process. It's a process, all right? I know you're like, why are you showing me this? Why don't you edit it out? Because every time I have to edit something, it makes it more of a pain for me. So, like, you know, we'll get to see something. So you can look at my ugly face while I'm under here struggling. You got to suffer for the Willys. Now, some of y'all are like, why are you traveling so much, Regular Traveler? You didn't used to travel so much. Well, I'm trying to provide a better life for my Willys trucks. All right? I'm trying to provide a better life. A life I never got to have. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a better life for the Willys. Got to. So, you got to take care of the children. All right. Let's do this gracefully. All right. Graceful. Try not to hit your head on the razor sharp frame of the Willys. All right. So here's some bottom of the engine action. It's rained so much, we've got some more rust has formed on the crank and stuff, so that's great. But I've been waiting on this part. Wasn't a whole lot I could do about it. But we'll get all this crap off of here. It's nothing too serious. If we can hang my hat. All right, now where can we put you at? All right, so we still got to work on getting this cleaned, and then we'll go over it with the cookie wheel to get this rust off of it, everything. And just get it prepped and ready, and then we're gonna get this, well, first we'll get the rear main seal out of it, which is not gonna be fun. You gotta be very careful not to hit the crank, because your rear main seal's back here, light positioned where we need it. All right, right in there. Let me pull you off of here. All right, so back in this quadrant, back here, is where your rear main seal is. It's very hard to show you, but that's where it's at. And the oil pan gasket actually overlaps over the top of it. So you got to get this out of the way to see where that seal is. So, but we got to get this off of here if we can. It's not easy to get to. This is where the razor blades come into play. All right. I mean, it doesn't, ideally, because we're putting Permatex on this, it doesn't have to be spotless, but it does need to be somewhat clean, because you want your gasket laying nice and flat and sealing as well as we can. Now, the Permatex takes up some of that where you don't have to worry about it as much, but you want to put all the faith in the Permatex. Just 95% of your faith in the Permatex. Very difficult to get to that piece of the seal, and it's got to come off so that we can access the rear main. You gotta do it gentle though. You don't wanna hit the rope. I mean, you don't wanna hit the end of the crank. If you can help it. This would be much easier if the truck was on the left right now. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right in the eye. That's what you want. Come on. The metal's so cold that it's freezing my hand trying to get this gasket off. There we go. Some of it. That collar, it looks like, I mean, I don't know, so if you're laughing at me right now, then, you know, I'm sorry, but it would appear like this is one piece, and it goes around the crank, and it looks almost like you tap this and push that all the way around. Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know. I just don't want to F stuff up. Like I say, I'm in over my head right here because I haven't looked at this and everything I looked up online, they're just like, change it, and they don't bother to tell you anything more than that. Sometimes the old timers aren't too free with their information, you know. They like making you struggle sometimes. It does appear to be what it's doing. I mean, it's moving. I don't like it, but it's moving. I just don't hit it too hard. You know, maybe knock it back the other way. This, I have no idea. Yeah, this piece right here, it looks like this is all, you know, it's a half circle. You push this side come down. If you push this, it should come out. So I'm trying to figure out, you don't want to, obviously don't want to break it. Like I say, this first time I've ever messed with one made this way. It's completely different from what I'm used to. So bear with me. Like I say, if you're just horse laughing at me right now, you know, I love you. Okay, just remember that. Feel bad about how you're laughing at me. All right, let's put this right there. Straighten this up. I'm gonna move you for just a second so I can see what happens. Alright, hopefully you can see that my mount is not cooperating, but you see this is coming out as you hit it with the speed wrench on this side, so I'm gonna try to continue to do that without destroying stuff. Come on. Of course, it's made out of paper mache and unicorn tears. I need to have a child just so they can hold the light for me. I'm telling you. It'd be worth it to have a kid just for that. Like, here, hold the light. I'll name him Jubal too. Like, Jubal, get under here and hold the light. All right? All right, Paul. I swear. I'm sorry, Paul. Like, hold the light. Damn it. Come on. Jubal, what you doing? He's like, I'm over here playing with Jubal. Jubal? Like, Jubal, get over here. All right. I think we're in the home stretch of the suffering at the moment. If we can just get it knocked on around the corner, if I could see something, would help tremendously. I need a longer punch. All right, I'm gonna attempt to find a punch that's more grande. There's this toolbox. Yeah, yeah. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, like maybe one like this. Might could get that in there. That's longer than I need, but might could do that. I'm sure we could tear it up with that. That'd probably work good. I don't know why he doesn't keep his toolbox organized like mine. Okay, mine's everything I know where it is all the time. Never have any trouble finding it. Ever. Yeah. Everybody knows that. Like that right clay traveler, he keeps an organized toolbox. All right. Let's see. Come on. Let's come with me. Let's go over here. This one might be too long. Kind of need one in between. All right, we're back. I'm just gonna use this painter's tape. Like I say, we're just trying to put something on this extension. And after I do this, I'm gonna roll back under. I'm gonna turn the camera off because you've already shown me what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get that piece out, and then once I get it out, then I will come back and show you what it looks like when it's out. But this video is already like 40 minutes long. And some of y'all like the long videos, some of you don't. Honestly, I never intend to make a longer video. I try not to edit stuff too much to where it doesn't make any sense. But try not to leave in every frivolous BS thing that I say. But this one doesn't need all of it. So just wrapping a little bit of tape around this. It just makes me feel better. Anyway, so I'm going to go over here, get this out, and then I will be back with you shortly, okay? Don't go anywhere. Don't change from your regular planned program, all right? I'll be right back. I promise. Remember, I love you, all right? I'll be right back. Get it? All right, so I've got oil all over my face, and I was gone longer than I intended to be because let me do my makeup real quick. Let me get the makeup right. I hate it when my mascara runs. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's what happens when you live the Willys lifestyle a little too much. This has got brake cleaner on it, by the way. Anyway, and now it's in my eye. Remember, kids, when you get brake cleaner in your eye, try to get it out. All right. Anyway, that was a laborious thing to get that the rest of the way out. That piece that I was showing y'all, but I got it. All right. I got the MF out of there. All right. So this is it. This piece, like I say, I've never actually seen this. I'm trying to get the camera right. This piece right here goes into the bottom of your block, and you have to drive it out, so it would sit in there like this, and I'm hitting it with a punch, pushing it like that all the way out. And this is where your rear main seal goes, right here. So basically it would have been like this in the engine, this domed piece towards the bell housing. I took off the inspection plate for the clutch because it gave me just a little bit more room to get in there. So now we've cleaned this. I managed to get it out. It's already been out a couple times. They've obviously changed it before, and it's not perfect, but this part doesn't actually seal. It just goes on the block. So as long as it goes on the block, and we got to be very careful because this is made out of nothing. It's made out of just melted down Coke cans and, the Wiener Schnitzel and I don't know what else. Like I say, unicorn tears. So it's not very hardy. So we got to be careful putting it back in. I cleaned all in underneath there with brake cleaner. So we're going to see this seal. All right, engine side. Let's follow the instructions. All right, so install with seal lip facing forward, engine side. Okay, so we're going to want to do that. So this was like that. If I was underneath it, it was like this. Okay, so we need to put this in where the lip is facing towards the engine. So that would be like that, which would be like this. Engine side, lip. You just gotta be careful. You want to do it right. You don't want to do it wrong. You want to do it right. So gotta be careful, people. As best you can be. It's not wanting to go in there at all. It's tight as Dick's hat band. And we all know that Dick's hat band, mighty tight. Alright? Now, you don't want to bend the seal. So you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient with it. Gentle. Gentle but firm, you know what I'm saying? It's a damn precision fit, let me tell you. It's precision. I'm still paranoid that I'm putting it in wrong because you don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, well, it's probably because I was putting it in wrong. So that's engine side. Yes. Yeah, so actually it'd be like that. So this, like this, that would go like this. Yes. So it's actually like that. So I was, in fact, putting it in wrong because I am, in fact, simple-minded. That's why you always take your time, people. You don't want to rush. The whole point is so that you never have to do this again. You know, if you do this right, you won't have to do it again for quite many moons. Okay, or just go to your home. Are you too good for your home, Seal? Are you too good for your home? Let's try our little micro cornwell. Very gently, because there's water in this. So. Come on. Come on. We're almost there. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Come on, come on. We're going to make it, Willie. Make sure that y'all can still see me. All right, get a ridiculous amount of brake cleaner and you shoot it all in here. Try to clean that out where the seal goes so that we can pretend that we rejuvenated it, you know. It ain't gonna be perfect. It's gotta remember, we ain't working on a prototype Cadillac or something, you know, from back in the day. We're working on a Willys. All right, so we just gotta do the best that we can. That's what we're shooting for, the best that we can. Just to stretch out its life where it has more years of enjoyment so that we can enjoy said Willys and we can live in harmony with our 226 without rapid engine oil leaking. All right, where's the Earl? Let's spray some Earl in here. There we go. That should be good. All right, so that goes towards the bell housing. So that would put this towards the engine. Come on. Just do your job. Come on. The pain. Come on. Come on. It's a lot closer than it was to being in its home. Just a touch to get it to fit. Like I say, I would like to clock it, but it's genuinely not possible. It will not cooperate, and I'm really already uncomfortable with what I've had to do to get it to fit as is. So it's not. How I want it to be. Alright, we'll call that one installed. Like I say, we'll put some Permatex right here on both sides to seal it, because that's all that we can do, ladies and gentlemen. This one's fully installed. It's just genuinely that too long. So that's what it'll look like. Now this one is going to have a gasket under it, which is going to move it this thickness away. So I got to keep that in consideration, that this thickness is going to be gone. Let's see. One end of this thing, I don't know which end. Either way, that thickness is going to be in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this one as well, because it's too long, and we'll put some Permatex on it and make sure that it is kosher. These like hardcore wire cutters work really good for cutting a 226 rear main seal, by the way, in case you were wondering. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to edit out a lot of this stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you don't see, but I got to film or else I miss stuff. You know, so most of this you're never going to see. Alright, so I'm gonna take this and try to reinstall it. Obviously it goes back in the exact same way that it came out. I don't need to film it for you. This is the way it goes in. This bulge right here goes towards the bell housing. And so I'm gonna start it in there and work it really gently back up around in there so that it's in place. Then I'm gonna put this put the oil pan, finish cleaning up everything, put the oil pan gasket back on, and mount this one and the one that's in the front. And then I'm going to try to get it to a good stopping point, and then probably come back later today and finish it. But until next time, till the next video, because I'm not uploading a 2-hour video, I'm not that crazy, and we've been filming for another hour, so we're not doing that. I'll probably try to keep this one around an hour. I love you all, and remember, be patient, and you will get it. I will see you at the sea. I will conquer it with you. You will conquer it. We will get there, and we will stand in the water and bask in the greatness of the Willys and all that we have accomplished. Looking out over the vast empire that bumps against the sea. I shall see you all shortly. Have a pleasant tomorrow. Get it.